So just to update you, I'm here in Ban Rang Thai. I got here, I was absolutely slumped, ended up passing out for a few hours. I was so tired. I think it's just the heat that takes it out of you in the day. We had a couple of stops along the way. It was just nice. It was really nice. And the town is just gorgeous. It's in the middle of like a valley. So there's just like mountains and, you know, you have to walk up and down hills and stuff. And then there's like this water, sort of lake and river that kind of flows out of it, but we're just by the lake. And you can get these boats. So you can get on these boats and they kind of cross to the town, because I'm like right on the other side of the river. So yeah, I didn't venture far tonight. I'm only here for one night, so, and I didn't get to do the forest today, so it has to be done tomorrow. Has to be done tomorrow. May Hong San. Still not, I don't think, but I'm trying. I'm trying. May, yeah, no. So then we've got that on, so I'm really excited to see that on. I think that's what it is. I just want that on to come now. That's going to be a really, really long drive. I think it's going to take, all in all, from where I am, probably about, I don't know, 5-6 hours. It's a long time, isn't it, to be sitting in the car? I'm going to be knackered. I'm going to get there, I'm just going to be knackered. I've got to somehow try and sleep in the car. That's my problem. I'm not sleeping in the car. I'm just too excited. Like, I don't want to miss anything. I'm getting FOMO. Sleep triggers my FOMO. Oh. I thought it would rain here. I thought, oh, the further we're going to go, sort of higher, the more likely it might be to rain, but nothing. It was really, really hot when I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I was just like hungry, because I'd only like eaten a couple of muffins. So I went to go and get some food. They do the barbecues here. So they do like the barbecues and the soups and the, what they called? Ramens. Yeah. Oh, the street smelled so good. I was on the old FaceTime with my friend. So she basically had dinner with me. She was eating as well, but she was eating lunch. Back in Blackpool. Oh, so I thought, sod it, I'm just gonna get something to eat, like anything. But the barbecue was just too big. It was too big. It was massive. And really, you're supposed to have it with like 2 people, I think. It's just too big. I think I'd rather just stick to either the soup, or I end up having this minced, was it pork? Chicken, minced chicken, stir fry, with kimchi, something, I'm not sure. It was delicious. I had that with rice. I'm thinking about it even now. Oh, it was so good. I've just got back though. I was thinking of getting a dessert, but I think I've gone over my dessert calories for the day. So, because those muffins, honestly, every time I have to go on a drive, I have to go to 7-Eleven and get a muffin. I went through this stage, no lie, where I had to eat I have a thing about dessert. I had to eat a New York cheesecake every day. You can ask my ex-husband, it was pretty bad. We had to go to, and the thing is, they sold them at Tesco's, yeah. So like even the little shops, they sold them there. And I went through this whole, like, I have this thing where I go through like 6 months of like eating something that I just get addicted to. But it lasts for 6 months, then I get sick of it. Then I'm like, oh no, I can't. But I'll eat it every day if I can. Especially if it's dessert or if it's, you know, anything like that. I'm all over it. I'm all over it. So I was thinking of either going to go and get dessert, but the thing is, when I walked out of the room after I woke up, it was cold. I was like, what? What is this feeling? I was like, what, why is it cold? Went back in, grabbed my jacket, look. I actually grabbed my jacket, yeah. I've been walking around like this all day, all evening rather, on the phone to my friends. I was eating kimchi, minced chicken. Yeah, it was this cold. This is how cold it was, so I had to wear a jacket. Anyway, I thought I better go back to the room and shut my aircon, because when I came in here, it was freezing. When I finished dinner, because I had to go to a couple of places, I was like, oh, restaurant closed. They were like, yeah. I was like, oh, I need to find somewhere to eat. And then I just walked up the hill, went around the side, and it was just stunning. And my friend was like, oh my God, look at that. I was like, yeah. Wow. Looks amazing at night. And then I ate and I got sort of like anxiety, because I was like, I'm either going to have to go all the way there, and then figure out how I'm going to get back tonight, or I allow it and then I just do what I'm supposed to be doing here, which is, you know, God said to me, this is probably the better route for me to just stay and get up in the morning early and go, because I'm only here for one night. I should have just booked 2. I think I should have booked 2. It's mainly Chinese, so there's quite a lot of Chinese people living here. Like the place that I ate today was a Chinese place as well. Even the place I'm staying, it is Chinese. It's not Thai. So I have kind of missed out the part where I get to see the Thai side of it, I think. But I drove past it earlier, to the bits and pieces of it. I just thought, I don't want to be going to another town when I know I need to walk the outskirts. Does that make sense? So I didn't want to distract myself tonight by meeting up with anyone, or I just don't really want to, you know, be with anyone apart from him, really. That's what I'm finding. Like, it's more fun hanging out with God. It is. It is. You know, and God's in my body, so if my body says, look, you know, you need to go and get some food, I'll be out the door. I'll go get some food, and then that will be my journey. I don't have to do extra. I don't know why we put so much pressure on ourselves in life to do that extra part. Oh, you know, you've got one night here, you've got to go out there, you've got to go and make the most of it. If I'm going to be living here, I'm not going to have one night here. I'll have plenty of opportunities to have more nights. But it's almost like we put loads of pressure on ourselves, like we have to do everything that we have to do. No, he wants me to just walk it. So, you know, he doesn't want me to sort of get distracted. And if I'm going to walk it tomorrow, then I have to have good sleep tonight. So I'm being good, you know, just hanging out with with him. And this is kind of cool. So, this is my room, my hotel room, or what, I don't really know if it's a hotel. I suppose it's almost like a bed and breakfast, I think, because I do breakfast here. But I've got a big bed, which I've already slept in, so it's a bit messy, but I'll show you anyway. I've got like stuff all over it. Oh, that's the bed. So it's a bit messy. This is kind of cool, isn't it? I quite like this too. So that's what I've been sitting on while I've been talking to you guys. And then we've got the little, the old blinds. These are beautiful, these windows. I don't know if you can see opposite. But they've got the same ones. And then we've got the bathroom, which is huge. It's just ridiculous. Like, look at the size of that. I mean, look at the shower. The shower's pretty cool too. So yeah, and this is like, I think this was like, you won't believe it. And I'm only going to tell you this price because I know I'm not doing a travel video. But this place was like £18 for the night. I know, right? It's ridiculous with breakfast. Yeah, that's because you're in the middle of nowhere. Like you're in, I think you're about, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5, maybe about 5 hours from like a proper city. Just in the windows. From Pai, you're about like a couple of hours. But that's not, I wouldn't really call that proper city. It's just a small, I think maybe Chiang Rai, probably longer. These are great too. Whenever you go traveling, if you're going to do this trip, these are great too. These, oh, they're amazing. And you can't feel them because look, they're just, and they just wrap around you like a belt, but it's so comfortable. It is. And you can't really see it from underneath your t-shirts. You just pop them on, upside down, pop them on, then put your t-shirt over it. Bob's your uncle. Oh, this camera's going everywhere. Let me just make it. There we go. So I've got my little Chinese lantern. I think this is pretty cute. Look at that. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah. So I've just been like hanging out since I got back, and I thought I'll give you a little catch up. We went through loads and loads of different forests and up and down hills and mountains today, coming here or trying to get here. It's such a peaceful place. It was all lit up really pretty as well. But yeah, so I had a few hours alone with God today too. I was kind of like just sort of saying thanks, mainly just thanking him. I met some guys yesterday because they were stuck in the hotel as well because it was raining. It was raining for ages. So next door to me, we were just all hanging out on our balconies. No one could go anywhere, but you wanted to smell the rain, like you couldn't not, so it was kind of cool. And they were just telling me like how they'd come from the south. So they were the Greek guys, they're from Greece. There's both 2 friends travelling together, And then I met some guys from England, from the Midlands actually. So the girl that lost her vape, she was from York, so she had the accent. And the guys that I met from the Midlands, so somebody was from Birmingham, two guys were from Leeds, that was travelling with them. Then there was these brothers that I never really got to meet because their story, oh my God, they have a horrendous story. So when they turned up, so first of all, I've met these Greek guys, right? So they're telling me, okay, like this is what you got to do because they came from the south. So they goes, yeah, we've just done this. I was like, oh, okay. They goes, yeah, we heard about pie. I was like, right. Because I didn't really know what pie was until I got there. And then I was like, oh, okay, so this is what pie is. So I understood, you know, it's really for people that want a certain vibe. So that's why I'm glad I got out of there quite quickly. But yeah, they were there, they just arrived. They'd come on 2 bikes. So they'd actually driven up from Chiang Mai, where they picked the bikes up from after they flew in from Krabi. So they're basically doing my trip but backwards. And so they were saying, oh, we're going to go also to Ban Rak Thai. So maybe we can meet you there for dinner. But I was like, oh, you know, I'm there for one night. I don't really want to, I'm not here to kind of go out with people and do that kind of thing. I'm here for something else. But I don't want to be rude. Because I felt bad about telling, you know, the guy previously, like you should go home now. It was a bit rude. Especially after he just walked me home. But I couldn't have him in my room. I couldn't let him know where my room was or anything. So I wanted him to just, you know, just in case, you know, I wanted him to go. Whereas these guys, they were like staying next door to me here. So the good thing was that we forgot about exchanging numbers. And I just like kind of went to bed because we were talking for ages. Then there was these 3 other rooms with 5 boys that were supposed to be staying there. So one of them had a room to himself. Another room was there, but it was now cancelled because so the brothers that I never met are because one of them ended up in a motorbike accident, a really bad one. He'd scraped all of his like leg. He didn't know what was broken or what wasn't. So yeah, it was pretty rough. And because they were, you know, boys from England, like, oh God, it really hurt me. Like, it really hurt me. I started praying straight away. You know, it was one of your own, kind of like, in a bad way. Like, I was like, oh, is there anything I can do? I even said it. I was like, is there any way I can help you? And he was like, to be fair, we're just waiting for him to call, really, his brother to call, just to tell us what's happened. So, and they were young. Like, the boys that actually got to Pi, that made it, they were in their 30s, but they were saying the 2 brothers, they were like 26 and 28, or 27 and 28. So I think they might just be, I don't know, young, like, and not really thought about what they were doing. Or he said, he goes, it takes one wrong move, you know. And I goes, oh, I goes, so I goes, did he slide? And they goes, we didn't even, he goes, only he saw it. And at the time this guy was on the phone, so I don't really ask. But yeah, that was kind of sad. But I did, I said a prayer for him. Definitely. Oh, and then a few hours later, they came back to my balcony and they were like, oh, and I was like, what's happened? And he said, oh, it's costing him £20,000 because he's got no insurance. Yeah. £20,000. I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. For him. Like, I just didn't even... £20,000. Oh. And yet, the motorbike company, they're holding his passport, so he hasn't even given in. Yeah. He hasn't even given in that to find out what the damage for that would be too. On top of it, if there is any. But they said that it was scratch, but it worked. But then you're like, I don't think that matters here. So I think he's just, they won't let him fly because he's got a broken collarbone. So they found out what he broke. He's broken his collarbone. So they won't let him fly. I mean, what can you do? Oh. You know? And to top it off, it was his birthday. Oh. And the thing is, I'm not laughing at the you know, I'm laughing at the irony of it. Because they said to him that your holiday's finished now. Your holiday is done. You have to go home. But he can't go home because they won't let him fly because he's got a broken collarbone. I mean, not for a few weeks, I don't think. So what's he going to do? He's going to have to... What's he going to do? How is he going to get home? I don't know. And the bike's still there where it is. So it's an hour and a half away from Chiang Mai. And it's an hour and a half away from Pai. Because it takes about 3-4 hours to get to Pai, right? So yeah, all 2.5 hours away, sorry, from Pai. Because they had to go back to Chiang Mai, to the hospital. So the brother can't even leave him. He has to stay with him. Unless he's going to have to, I don't know. Oh, these boys, I was like, oh. They're like, so, what are you doing here? I was like, oh, don't even. It's all right, don't worry about it, mate. You just know that I'm praying for you guys. He was like, oh, thank you. I was like, yeah. I felt bad for him. I don't know. I did feel bad. And then there was like this Chinese couple as well. It was really nice because I haven't really met a couple yet. I mean, I've met loads, but I haven't really been able to sit down with a couple, you know what I mean? So it was nice. And she was like telling me like how her boyfriend was scared of like going up this trek, and so she went and did it. So she was like, oh, you can just stay here, I'm gonna go and do it. Oh, I thought that was quite cute. But she showed me photos and stuff. So yeah, that was nice. She was the only one I told what I was doing here. I was like, oh, I'm just on a vibe with God. On holiday with God. So she was like, what? I was like, yeah. She goes, I want to do that. And then she looked at her boyfriend. She goes, I want to do that. I goes, do you? She goes, are you finding him? I goes, everyone keeps asking me that. Everyone's asking me if I'm finding him or if I'm looking for him. It's so funny. It's like, no. Or I'm looking, or if I'm finding myself, that was it. They keep asking me, are you finding yourself? I was like, no, I'm not finding anything. I'm trying to figure out, well, I am kind of finding things, but I'm not finding everything. Just trying to figure out things, I suppose. How I'm going to build Eden. I mean, I get it. You know, he's looking for a residence. That makes sense. You know, if the soul, like... So the way that I get it is this. There's like 144 elders out of the 144,000. So I'm just going to be doing like a little check. You know, I just want to check with myself, like that I've got this right. So out of 144,000, you've got all these different archetypes. That's what I call them. And with each archetype, there's a different blueprint. So everyone's carrying their own blueprint that are part of the 144,000. Yeah? Even if you're not part of the 144,000, you're still here. You still have a mission, you know, to fulfill. But with the 144,000, it's their blueprint that's important, because that's what's required in order to tip the earth back to back to light. Because that's predominantly what we're doing, isn't it? We're just going to be tipping the world back to light rather than it staying in the dark any longer. So yeah, it's been kind of weird, like being in this place on my own, like in the middle of the jungle, in the middle of the valleys. It's really quiet, and you can't see any stars here, which I thought was a bit strange. I was assuming being so high up, you'd be able to see the stars, but it's not always the case. So I thought I'd quickly make a video, just give you an update. So he's going to pick me up at 11:30 tomorrow. And I'm going to get him to do a detour. Just going to do a little detour, just going to go up and round Mae Hong Son. No, still not getting it. I'm going to have to write everything down or learn Thai. I think I'm learning quite a bit in Thai, actually. I learned what chai means. And that's chai. Chai is yes or no. Oh, there was another word I learned as well. I can't think of it now. So carp is for a guy and ka is for a girl. Cup. They said really quickly. So you don't have to say the whole cup and ka or cup and cup. You just say cup or ka. Yeah. It's really sweet language. It's really sweet. Different sounds. I like it. I was learning little bits. From this lady who basically likes to, I don't know, she's really kind, actually, really kind. I might go back and see her. You can tell a lot about a person, how hospitable they are with you. Hospitality is like, you can see like if this person would go out of their way for you. Like my friend Andy's always laughing because I'm always trying to sort out his pillows so that his back's okay every time he comes over to my place. So I'm always just trying to sort out his pillows and stuff. It's like a mother people. You know, even though he like knows where the fridge is, I'll be like, oh, no, sit down, I'll go get it. You know, I mean, he's 20 years my senior, so you've got to look after, like, people, you know. He's like, where's mother and me? Yeah. Hospitality shows a lot. Like today, I was sitting in the car, right? And, you know, like I keep scratching my ankles because when it rains, obviously the mozzies come out, don't they? So I was getting really bitten badly on my ankles. And I was just sitting in the car, must have just been scratching my ankles. And he stopped. So this is my current driver, Gam, right? And he stopped at this store, random store. And he came back out and he gave me these 2 sachets. And I was like, what's that? And I goes, what's it? Because obviously it's all written in Thai, so I don't know. What do I do with that? Eat it, what? And he was like, no. I almost started crying. He'd bought me 2 sachets of aloe vera cream to put on aloe vera gel, actually it was, to put on my bites. The taxi driver. He's taking me from Pai to Ban Rak Thai and to Mai Ai. This guy stopped. I didn't ask him to. Yeah. You see what I mean by being looked after, like, and feeling like you're closer to God here? You know, and you can imagine, like, I've been living on my own for, like, ages, you know, with the sword coming over every now and again to get what he needed to out of me, whenever he bothered to. But living on your own with just a dog, I mean, the dog looks after me. If I have a bite, yeah, if I have a bite, he'll lick my wounds, you know. So it was quite easy for me to find God quite quickly. Like, being on your own for so long, it was easy for me to find myself, for me to find God, for me to go through all of that and come out the other end. And now I have to fulfill it. And hence why I'm not out partying or, you know, what else would I do in Thailand? Eating, like, dinner and drinking wine. I'm instead, like, holding on to him for dear life, you know? Because he's the only thing that keeps me safe and keeps me feeling comfortable in my own skin. And it feels amazing not being who I was. Like, I love being Cathario. I love who I am. You know, who I truly am. Not a lot of people can say that about themselves. So again, I'm grateful. It just makes me smile. So, yeah, today's another day. How long have I been here now for? It'll be a week on Tuesday, right? Haven't even been here a week. Haven't even been here a week. And England feels like so long ago. It's so easy to forget back home. Speaking to my friend today, she was like telling me about all the normal things going on, and I was like like having flashbacks of my life at home. It's so easy to forget here who you are back there. Because over here, you become the real you, you know? It's me. It's just me. And the great thing is I get to meet God and everybody and everything, you know? Even in my own questions, I ask myself, do I really want to walk out in the rain tonight? Will I be ill tomorrow when I have to sit in the car? Or in aircon? Because it's too hot. It's too hot not to. I just want to keep myself healthy. That's what it is. I want to keep myself healthy and safe so that I get to do this all, you know, because I'm still doing it on my own. I can't forget that. Like yesterday, I was smoking a cigarette on the road, waiting for this woman to pack my mango. I know, I'm addicted to mango. But anyway, so she packed my mango while she was packing the door. And there was a store next door. It was a motorbike store next door. And the guy comes out, this guy, and he goes like this. You know, just a random guy calling me like this. And what do you do? So of course the first thing I do is Father, and straight away Father was like, it's okay. So that's the first thing, because my body is saying it's okay. It's not getting nervous around this guy. So I start walking towards him, and as I start walking towards him, I get like a feeling of family. You know, like this feeling of family overwhelms me. And he comes, he says, smoke here. Like, don't smoke on the road, smoke here. And he says, come. So then he asks me to go in front of him. Now, usually I don't do that. I don't go in front of people. I don't like people to be behind me. Like when I'm on my own, so I'll always be against the wall. And I've been like this since I've been a kid. I think it's like a thing. It's like a trauma thing, maybe. You know, some people walk into a room and will scan the room straight away. You know, that's kind of like a thing, isn't it? Like some people do. With me, I don't like people walking behind me. I don't like that feeling. So I'm super aware of anything behind me. But he said, come. And anyway, God still said to me, family. He kept on saying the feeling that I was getting all over myself. It wasn't just his words, it's everything. Everything that he's saying right now is that this guy is family, or just the word family. So I was like, cool. And I kept walking, and then I sort of turned to the side and he goes, are you okay? He asked me. And I went, yeah. Because I kept hearing family. And then he led me to this bench at the back of his establishment. And he walked over, he started to brush the sides. So making it all clean and tidy for me. And he sat me down, and I had a can in my hand of Coke, and the same can that I had from when I'd left, because it was on the way back from when I did my last vlog in Pai. And then he pulled out a table and he put it next to me, and he took my can and he put it on the table, and he said, relax, enjoy. And walked back to whatever he was doing, his office or whatever, I don't even know. Now, I don't know if those few seconds or minutes, because my cigarette was nearly finished, But it was almost like he was removing me from the road. And I allowed it to happen. You know? You got to have your wits about you. There are people that will come to you and they will charm you. Like, charm you. And as soon as somebody does that, I'm like, oh. You know, straight away. I'm like, no, I can't. Some are really genuine. Like, they're really genuine. They'll give you genuine compliments and, you know, love you in a genuine way. And I'm talking about sort of travellers, you know, that are travelling along. But the Thai are always genuine. You know, they're genuinely cheeky, or they're genuinely sincere, or they're genuinely, whatever it is that they're genuine, and they're genuine in their own way, you know. And every time I come here, I've just fallen off the country all over again. It's just ridiculous. Like, it's that, even the smell is home to me. Oh, I just love it. And I don't want to just be here on a holiday. This isn't like a holiday destination for me. This is a place where I'd love to work. Where I want to live. You know, if I want to live off grid, this is the place that I want to do it in. Of course. How can it not be? It'd have to be. It's the only place I'd sleep all night in a hammock outside. Yeah. But that's it for me. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm just glad I'm here. I finally got here. Because when I was looking at how far north I am and how in the middle of nowhere I am, it's just... I'll take a picture and show you. I still haven't shared the breakfast one either. I need to share the breakfast one too. But yeah. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go because I'm just like yaying. That's where I'm at. I'm just so happy. You know, I didn't think I'd ever get here. I did. Really quickly. Too quickly. Now I'm having a lot of fun. There was this guy that was sitting, when I was having the FaceTime with my friend, I was like, oh my God. I was telling my friend there's this really, really cute guy I've just like bumped into. And then I just saw him walk up to his girlfriend. I was like, shizzes. And she was like, it's always the case. It's like, yeah, it is. I was like, yeah, that gave me kind of like a, okay. So I can find like people like attractive and stuff. It's not just about an accent. Because he was like lovely to look at. It's really, really beautiful. But yeah, so I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep because I've been like fantasizing too much tonight, so I'm gonna go to bed. But tomorrow's a big day and I can't wait. I can't wait, Captain. That was really poor. Sorry. I'm gonna go now.